everyone, thank you for joining me. Today I want to do this page. I figure this page already has the lines on it. This is a digital kit from Victoria Designs, and I've seen several people do, the cascading pockets, and so I thought I'd give that a try. I know the Paper Outpost has done it, and just recently Cheryl Rhoda did it, so I thought it's about time that I give it a try. I went ahead and picked these. These are from little scrapbook packs, and this big one was same thing, just from a different pack, and I thought that they would, kind of match. This got the antique feel and the greens. Now, the thing that I would struggle with first is how to get them the right sizes. And I don't think there's a right or wrong size as long as they're different sizes. So I decided to not stress my brain a lot and just see what happens if I just start with making squares with the size that these are, and we'll see where it goes. If I don't like it, I can just always pull another piece, right? There we go. I do have an envelope maker, but I don't always like the way it turns out for some reason. I don't know if I'm scoring incorrectly, and just when I fold the scores, things aren't lining up perfectly as I feel like they should. Which of course I keep saying shouldn't be perfect, but then again, boom, that's what I try to do. So this is first fold, and I folded it, you saw that, and I'm gonna go fold it this way. Get it as good as possible. Give it a little, I really don't need that right there. And then you're basically just folding it in. I'm not gonna worry. Yeah, let's go ahead. This is the right side, so let's see if that matters. No, because you're gonna be twisting it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Unless it's very directional, I assume. And I'm going over the crease a little bit. And I think before when I made them, I went up to the crease, and they never turned out right. So I'm trying this time, I'm butting it, there's the crease, I'm going over on both sides. So this fold will just go up here. Does it matter? Yeah, I'm wondering, are you supposed to fold just right there? But that's too short, so I think you can fold up. And that's what I'm gonna do. I am gonna fold up. That's the other place where I always got confused. I wanted to fold right down here, but go ahead and do that. See if you like that. I folded it up, and the same thing up here. I'm not going to just fold right there because it doesn't work. So if I fold, and I'm making sure these lines, and that'll help get these lines. Get over there. Okay, so that made a pocket. I'm thinking the way they show it though, the pocket's open anyway, but at least, okay, that worked. That wasn't hard, no, was it? All right, let's get the next piece out. Where are you? You're over here. Let's try from here to here. I think that'll give me a different size than the first one. And chop off the excess. All I do is say chomp. Kind of feel that's what it's doing. It's chomping it. And I'm learning to do it a lot quieter. But I just go whoosh. There we go. So I'm gonna save that. That I can finally toss. I don't toss much because I also have some like small art journal books, and when you're doing small pages, these little pieces are perfect. And I know I didn't fold that perfectly. And I'm gonna see if I can get away with it, or better yet, oops, forgot it was still here. Let me even that up a bit, just in case, because I know that first fold wasn't perfect. It's from a previous cut. Alright, so I've got 2 folds, and oh yeah, fold up over, that's about a 1/4 inch, but I'm going over that center line. You can barely see it there, and I'm trying to get the crease there, I'm trying to get those aligned. That will help me make sure everything's aligned. And we're gonna pinch you up and make sure that crease is aligned before I start pushing. And just fold you down about the same. I guess that's about, I want to say a finger, so that's maybe about a 1/4 inch. Let me see, just to be sure, I'm curious. Yeah, just around a 1/4 inch. So, ooh, I got 2 sizes so far. Whoops, where's the camera? Okay, now this one is going to be a lot bigger, which is what I want. I'm just not sure how big I want it. So let's just start with here, because it still has to fit on the page. You know, so I don't want to do the whole thing. So let's start with this size. I can tell it's already going to be bigger. I may have to cut it down. I just have to see what it looks like when I put the other 2 on. So, and this is pretty simple, right? I don't know why I've been stressing about, well, what sizes. You know, I thought you had to just really measure everything and decide first. And it's like, nope. If you pick 3 different size pieces of paper, you're good to go. Oh, come on, hide that white edge. Ah, being difficult. Okay. Whoops, get back over here. Let's see. Bring it in some. And cover it. And again, I'm matching that crease. That helps align everything. Otherwise, I'd be all cattywampus. Oh, there we go. Now I'm almost thinking it might be too small. We'll see in a second how it all looks on the page. So here's my page, and the top is going to be open. So I believe you're going to put the big one down first, and that way it's on the page, and then this way, and then this way. Oop, I think that's, I want to get that away from the edge, because you know it's going to be really tight and folded. So maybe get you going this way. So maybe that could be straight and this could be on its side more. How do I want it? You just fiddle with it, I guess, or it's pleasing. Okay, so that's far enough from the edge. This is, and that's covering. I think that might work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and glue, and I'm also going to, of course, distress everything and see how that looks, and then glue it down. What you can do if you want is also make it so that they close. You can have little tuck spots back here, and I think that's what I'll do because I like to have little bitty hiding spots. So I think that's what I'll do. And since this is still a little plain, I think I'll decorate it up a bit, you know, with my little stamp and help decorate the back. You can also glue some other pieces down just to get more interest, and I might do that too, you know, just get something on the background. I don't want to put a lot of color down, so that's why I'm not going to use one of those pages from Antique Papery, you know, or another piece like this. I think I want these to stand out, and so I think I'll do this and maybe music paper, you know, or just whatever I find, and I'll come back and show you what I figured out. Okay? Okay, so this is what I decided on. I did go ahead and put down some dictionary page, and I did do some stamping, and then I used the same stamp on the inside of the envelopes just to give it where it's just not plain white. And I see here I didn't stress the inside, so I'm just going to use this thin brush. Woo! That's a little dark. There we go. It's a juicy ink pad. Wow. Okay. So I couldn't figure out how I liked it with this in the background and then the other two smaller ones on top. So this is what I came up with. Everything will close. I wanted to keep it enough away from here. And even if they can't close this, they can still tuck something behind it. So I did leave, you know, only glued the 3 sides. So they've got, you know, little tuck spots. So now what I can do is just embellish just a teeny bit, even though this is pretty and I don't really want to overload things in case you want to keep the pockets open. So I might find just something little to put on here, and maybe even a piece of lace to go down there just to make it pretty. And I'll be right back. Okay, I thought I'd better show you my process because that's what we struggle with, right? So the first thing I grabbed was a little stamp, and I thought a stamp with the envelope, hey, how perfect is that? Well, that to me looks plain, so I thought, well, let's stick some cheesecloth. And I had dyed this already, and it can go off to help cover up this white there. And then I thought, well, let's go ahead and put a word or something here. So I found this love, and then I thought, well, of course that looks plain. So I found a little ticket, you know, to help cover up that space too. And I thought, well, that looks good, but you know, I want this to stand out more, you know, so I thought let's put a little piece of lace underneath, and that really lifts it from the background so that you notice it more. Now it may be too small, you don't really see it as much, so let me see if I got something else. Well, definitely, this is so thick. I think that's too thick for me. Even some, hey, did I just throw the wrong thing away? This is some scrap fabric that I coffee dyed, and that can work. I wonder if I have a thicker piece. Maybe on this end's a little bit thicker. Yeah, so let's try that. I want it longer. Oh, let me see, get back in. I want it longer than the word because I want it to hang over. So let's, I probably won't be able to rip it because it's so small. Ooh, shut my mouth. Okay, let's age it up some. There, now that does lift it off. It's not as pretty as the lace, but I don't want to use another piece of cheesecloth because I already have it there. So that is how my brain just worked. You know, just quick as that. First thing that caught my eye was a stamp, and then I just built up from there. And I think I said that in my last video, how I noticed my thought process was. And it was just easy if I start with one piece and build on from there. And so that's what I really started doing. Whoa. So there. Cover up the glue a little bit, get it down. I didn't want to do that first and get my finger all gooey gooey. So let's do the ticket. And if I have one thing straight, then I like to turn the other thing. So I want to have the love straight. So I find that if I turn, you know, the other piece, that, you know, it's just more pleasing to the eye. So let's figure out where we want to glue you. Just put you on here. Trying to scrunch it up some. And let's get the word. Oh. No. I don't want to center it because that'd be too perfect. Let's try moving it over this way. Let's see how that looks. Touch of glue under here so we can scrunch it up some more. There. And then I thought maybe this can go, if I can find the end. There it is. It can go down here. Do I want it on the whole thing or just here? Let's take a look real quick. I think if I do it here, that'll really emphasize the envelope, so I like that. Tomorrow I might change my mind. I want to do the whole bottom of the page. So I was about to say, just go with the flow. I learned that's what they mean by let the page speak to you. So I never understood that. I thought I wasn't, you know, artsy enough to understand all that art language. Well, I think that's what it means, you know, let it speak to you. Take a minute, look back, and it's like, okay, I think that'll be cute if I just put it there. I can always do another something here in case they want to pull that down. That'd be way too big. I don't know if I want another of the same type. These are more bees related. I don't know if I want bee related. And this will probably match. Oh, I can't even tell it's upside down. No. Maybe it's too gray for me. And I might just be getting into trouble, but they might have that down. All right, I'm gonna think about that later, but this is basically the page. Why not? I like the way it matches that, and it brings a little more color than just all green, because I was thinking maybe green. But she was sitting patiently there on my table waiting for me to choose her. Okay, so if you want, definitely decorate however you like, but I think that's gonna be it for me until maybe later when I go through, you know. I'm just trying to reassure myself that's going to be it, because the minute I turn the camera off, I'm going to like, oh, wait. I could always put another piece of paper over there that would tie it into. So that's always an option. But I'm going to call it a day. All right, so thank you for watching. I hope it gave you some ideas on how to create a page, and happy crafting. Bye-bye.